It's just amazing how many great free-to-play games are actually out there. Now, the one we're going to take a look at today is called Alien Swarm, and it is free-to-play on Steam. Now, before you can actually play it, you have to have bought at least one Steam game. Now, this game was created by Valve and uses the Source engine, and as such, it looks really quite good. Now, it is a top-down shooter that has a great co-op focus. Essentially, one could easily compare it to, I should say, Left 4 Dead, although it is a bit more fun than Left 4 Dead. Really, Left 4 Dead is just run across a map while trying not to die, whereas this requires a great deal more strategy. You have multiple character classes to choose from and multiple characters to choose from in that class. Some have better strengths than others, and some have worse weaknesses than others. There are also many different weapons to choose from, each with different effects. This is one of those great games that has just the right amount of difficulty. Really, this is a game where you have to really plan out what you're going to do. If you just yell charge and run, you will die every single time. You have to know what to do and when to do it. Play this game single player, it's actually somewhat easier. That's mainly because you get 4 AI controlled partners. But if you play this co-op, which is really the most fun way to play this game, then you actually have to have 4 people. Now, if you can't have 4 people, that's when the game gets interesting. Really, the game expects you to have 4 people, and so if you only have 2, you'll be facing the same amount of enemies that 4 people are supposed to deal with. That means you really need to figure out just what character class will work. Now, of course, you kind of get locked into it on some missions because some missions require you to have a tech. You see, a tech is the only character class that can use hacking, but then you gotta pick out who is the person that's going to guard this tech. Should you have a heavy weapons guy? Sure, he's great at killing things, but he's not very good at keeping them alive. So do you have a medic? Well, the medic's really good at keeping people alive, but the medic is very weak. You really just have to think and figure out just what will work. The game's story is at least existent. Essentially, you're on a colony, you have to figure out why you lost contact with it, and yeah, it's basically just aliens. That's really what this game is, one big homage to aliens. It is the co-op shooter that we've always wanted to be based around aliens. And so, this is John, heartily recommending Alien Swarm, especially since it's free. And so, I also wish you good Tron 2.0, good Resistance 2, or whatever makes you happy.